So I just watched Cosmonaut Variety Hour's video on why you should play Warhammer. And I had to say it was actually it wasn't bad. Now, I've been wanting to get into wargaming for a while, especially miniature wargaming like Warhammer 40K, but I've never had anyone to show me how to do it or even how to get started. And then Marcus from Cosmonaut Variety Hour released this video describing why you should play it and how. And after I watched it, while it still looks fun, I wanted to play it even less. Mostly because he confirmed the fact that I just didn't want to spend ungodly amounts of money buying Warhammer miniatures. But let's take a step back. If you clicked on this video at all, it's probably because you subscribed after watching this monstrosity of a video. We put this up after our favorite airsoft field closed and we were kind of bored, and then after that we just stopped playing airsoft altogether. But that video gained ungodly amounts of traction and still getting thousands of views per day, and it's pretty much the only reason why I have over 100 subscribers right now. So where it gets kind of funny is that all 600 and something of you that subscribed after watching the airsoft videos and the videos of my buddy getting shot in the back with an airsoft gun, my content from here on out is probably not going to be catered to you. So that's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. And I want to treat this channel just as an outlet for my whatever it is I want to talk about or do or make videos of, which hopefully in the future I do start making more videos. But today I wanted to talk about this guy right here. His name is Dario Koen, and out of nowhere I found him online on Reddit talking about his free-to-play wargaming game clone of Warhammer, I guess. I haven't played it yet. I'm reading his rules, and it looks pretty promising. As I record this, he's made only 2 videos. 1, announcing his game, and 2, kind of going over the basic rules. And the catch to this one is that it's completely free. All you need to do is 3D print your own miniatures. Now this seemed attractive to me because I just watched Cosmonaut Variety Hour. I just watched Cosmonaut Variety Hours. I'll just call him Marcus. I just watched Marcus's video about how Warhammer works and all that, and it just seemed too big to get into. What was attractive about Dario's game is that I kind of caught it on the very start of its journey. Dario's game is called Warlords of Achaios, and it features 3 fantasy-style factions: the humans, the orcs, and the plagued. The plagued kind of looks like some sort of hybrid between the Zerg and the Flood or something, some pestilent army of sickness, and it looks pretty cool. And the idea is pretty simple. You buy units with 1,000 gold. Each unit costs money, and that's all described in his core rulebook. You put them on the field, take turns battling it out over objectives on a scenario map, and that's your war game. Now, I mentioned before that the catch to this game is that you have to 3D print your own armies. And that is a pro and a con, in my opinion. While it is cheaper to make your own armies as opposed to buying miniatures for $30-$40 a pack for, like 8 Space Marines or something, not everyone has access to a 3D printer. But there's the bonus points for me. I do. In fact, I have multiple. I have been 3D printing for a couple years now. In fact, it's the main hobby I picked up after we quit Airsoft. And I know enough about it to tell you my opinions on why a 3D printing only game has some ups and downs. If you have a printer or 2, like I do, and you're good at it, then no problem. If you don't have a printer, you're either going to need to get one, or you're going to have to know a guy who wants to spend a lot of time with you. People will tell you, it's like, oh, you can go to your university's 3D print lab, or you can go to a makerspace or a library that has some 3D printers and use that to print your armies. It's not going to work like that. Looking at this game, it looks like you're going to be having dozens of minis on the field. And when it comes to minis, that's not something that you can just sit for an hour or 2 at a makerspace or a library or a college and just watch the printer pump out dozens of plastic models for you to use. Printing minis properly is almost considered like an art in the 3D printing community. It's really kind of difficult, and each one can take several hours, depending on how slow and detailed you want to get it. So it is unrealistic to think that you are going to be spending all this time at a public service makerspace to print out these models. You're gonna have to get your own, and luckily it's pretty cheap to get into these days. But like I said, it is getting into. You have to pick it up, you have to learn it, you have to know how to learn, and you pretty much have to pick up a new skill just to get the plastic models you want out of it. But going back to the game, overall I am impressed and interested. There's obviously a lot of work that's gone into this. It's very obviously a passion project for Dario Koen, but in the end I do want to see this succeed. That piece you saw printing on the printer earlier, that is the last piece I need to make my army of orcs. And a buddy of mine is printing an army of humans, and hopefully in the next couple days we're going to play test this game. Which I do want to make a video of. Like, I want to, but in reality we're probably not, because we're probably going to be spending our time and energy just learning the rules of the game, and we don't exactly know how to play yet. We don't think the rules are super clear yet, or we just haven't read them well enough, but our thoughts on how it plays are definitely going to go up, and I do want to make another video about this, maybe one or two, but we'll see. Dario, feel free to hit me up in the comments for literally anything. I hope you do see this video, because I do have faith in you and I want to see this succeed, so we'll let you know. Good luck.